Welcome, everybody. Come join me on this little journey. I'm getting ready to tell you the true story of the Bad Apple Kid, Mike Anderson, 603 tuning in, and how I ended up into this crazy world of content creations. I love it. I gotta tell you, I love it. But when I think back on the story on how I've wound up here and taken such a passion to this, blows my mind. I bet you it'll blow yours too. So come on with me and listen to this real quick. Check it out. 2022. I'm 25 years old, something like that. Fresh out of prison. Not a fucking brain cell one in my head. I had something to prove. You couldn't tell me nothing. Absolutely nothing. I come home, instead of starting over, starting fresh, I came home and I thought I was entitled to celebration, right? I did my crime, I did my time, the time sucked, I thought I could come home and just party. That's what it was about, man. We're just celebrating life. I had lost so many friends while I was away, loved ones. The epidemic got a hold of a lot of us, as it did me. So after 5 years, I did 5 years. So after 5 years, I had lost some people. So I just wanted to celebrate the fact that I was still alive, the fact that I got out of prison, the fact that I completed parole. That's a huge thing. Things like this is not easy, especially once you're a marked man, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, party every day. I never touched the hard drugs. But boy, that bottle looked good to me. We were gonna send that daily. Bottle's cheap enough. Bottle a day, send it. Yeah. It didn't pan out like you would think. Well, it probably did pan out just as you would think. It crashed out completely. Partied for a couple years. My father ended up getting sick. I lost a good friend of mine, and then immediately after I lost my best friend, I lost a significant other. We're talking within like a week apart. My father got shipped off to a nursing home, and that didn't weigh well on me. So now me, still relatively fresh home from prison, still not a brain cell to be had, now drinking a bottle a day, right? And now I don't have anybody to drink with. So it's effectively, I'm just doing it myself to numb whatever pain, trauma, PTSD, you name it, whatever. I was drinking just so I could get through the day and pass the fuck out, and we're gonna start over tomorrow. That's just was my mindset. I ended up, that didn't last long because you can't last long like that. So I had to buckle down and get a job. Ooh, spooky. Anyways, I ended up landing a really good job. Worked part-time at McDonald's and stupid shit like that, Savers, just to keep, enough money in my pocket for cigarettes and food, and maybe a couple beers. I wasn't making money like that. My mental health was crumbling just right before my eyes. I didn't give a fuck. Didn't care. Did not give a fuck. So, a miracle came. I'm blessed. I'm a blessed man. I believe in God very strongly. I pray every night. And for some reason, I forget to pray. I pray as soon as I wake up, and that's facts. Anyways, I got blessed. I got the call I was waiting for. I had put in a job application at Bernie and Phil's Furniture for a warehouse manager. And I got the job. Like, whoa. You know what I mean? Now I'm making, I think it was like $18 an hour. And that was a huge come up compared to McDonald's or Savers, especially with my mental health. That helped, lock in. And I loved that job. I loved that job to death. Loved all the people there. And long story short, I started accumulating more money than I had been before, legally. So now my paychecks are weekly, and it's roughly $800 to $1,000 a week, whether I worked overtime or not. And I did not spend it wisely. I didn't save anything. My goal was, because I still had, even though I put on this persona at work to be this, I'm this and that, dude, as soon as I got off of work, I was back to me. And it was, my mental health was fucked. So we were going to the store, getting a beer, waiting for the bus, drinking a beer while I'm waiting for the bus in front of the hood, catch the bus downtown Portsmouth, off the bus is 10 o'clock at night, I'm hitting the club. I don't care I have to work at 10 in the morning. I don't care. I'm going to the club. And I'm not going to the club to try to get like bitches or even have a good time. The truth is, I'm going to the club and I'm looking for problems. In my head, I was justified in that. I get off that fucking bus, skeet home real quick, shower, change, boom, I'm out the door. Now I'm downtown. It's 10, 11 o'clock at night, it's popping. And I'm out there looking for revenge, if you want to call it. I don't know. I felt slighted. I felt my boy that had died didn't get treated right. People still owed him on the streets, so I felt it was my responsibility to go get it and make a scene and fucking intimidate people, things of that nature. Completely obvious signs of mental health issues, 100%. And I did that for a long time. And anyways, in the midst of doing that, I would get so drunk, and I thought it was just a good idea just to record some shit. So this is how my journey into social media and content creation started. I would fucking record me drunk, fucking acting like the man, acting foolish, things like that. But it gained a following. People thought it's entertainment, and it is entertaining. I look at it now and I laugh my ass off, but the reality of the situation is I was really going through it then. And to be able to look back on those videos now and watch my mental collapse, per se, it's pretty fucking crazy. And I survived, which I'm lucky for that. Again, blessed. I got a brick put over the side of my head right on State Street because I was just out looking for trouble. And I got exactly what I was looking for. You go looking for it, eventually you're going to find it. And you could be the biggest, baddest dude in the world, but everybody's got somebody. And I found my somebody. I got a brick upside my shit, stretched right in my hometown. It happens, that's all part of it. But in the meantime, the blessing that came out of it is I got a small little social media following, and I was making decent money, so I could flaunt certain stuff, and that helped, whatever, but then I stopped. Things went south. I kept getting worse. I lost it was my father's apartment that I was staying at. He was already in a nursing home, so I was staying rent-free. Fucked that up because I was fucked. So now I was homeless, completely homeless. Couldn't pay a phone bill, let alone worry about content creations. I couldn't even fucking pay a phone bill. If you didn't have Wi-Fi, I was fucked. And I went through that stage for some years, a couple years, in and out, staying on friends' couches. Anybody that could help, which I appreciate everybody that did help, you know who you are. It was just tough for me. And it doesn't make the mental health situation any better at all. So let's fast forward. 2 years, 3 years straight homelessness. I meet my fiance. That was cool. It was fucking amazing. And we kicked it off right off the bat. We went through our own things and staying in hotel rooms. She's from way up Maine. I'm from, the southest part of New Hampshire you can get. I'm right on the border of Massachusetts. So it was, there's cultural changes and everything. And so we're staying at hotels and I'm watching YouTube. And normally I'm just music all day, every day. I want my music. All of a sudden, my algorithm popped up because I listen to a lot of Boston rappers, shout out Millies, Mort Beasley, Arthur Supreme, all them guys, let's shout them out. Wally Sparks, Cambridge Gucci Mane, shout them out. You know, I get Exit Fame, Let's Go, Fast Coupe, all that shit was on my playlist. So, next thing you know, a podcast pops up, and it's B. Luke. I didn't know Bobby at all at the time, and I was not a fan of podcasts at all. I wanted my music, and I just wanted my music. That's it. But the podcast had an awesome name to it, and it caught my eye because it had mentioned Middleton Jail, which I had been to, and so this story was about it. So I clicked on it. I want to hear what his experiences were. After that episode, I was hooked. Now I'm not listening to music right now. I'm checking out this channel, and that night I probably watched 6 hour plus interviews that Bobby Lucas, B. Luke 617, the Bounce Back podcast. He did that so well, and it intrigued me. Like, it literally switched my mind to where, like, no, tomorrow I'm gonna watch some more of this shit. And that's exactly what I did. Doing that, I found the algorithm on my YouTube changed. Now I got the W number. Shout out Matty Tottenham. He's a beast, dude. Definitely one of my favorites. And as soon as I clicked on that, his was all about, you know, just fucking real hardcore prison stories from the Max in Massachusetts. So a boy from New Hampshire, we hear these horror stories. I've never been to the Max in Mass. New Hampshire, yeah, you know, I stay there, but in Massachusetts, I had never been. So hearing these stories firsthand got me locked in. And on the algorithm, I saw that they did an interview together, and it clicked in my head, like, these guys are they're working as a network community, and they're working together, and the success is, it leaves me speechless. You know what I mean? Because up my way, people don't work together like that. They just fuck each other off. Like, and when I realized that, I reached out to Bobby, you know, and this is me just being a fan. I'm a white, you know, I'm from New Hampshire, you know what I mean? I didn't think he would even respond to me. And this is how solid of a dude Bobby Lucas is. He responded to me when I first reached out. I was a nobody, and I had not explored any of the content creation shit at all, other than simple videos. And he said he was going to put me on the schedule. He let me know he has an extensive schedule and a waiting list, which was no shock to me because I love the podcast. So I can only imagine there's a million people just like me that want it. Months go by. Good months, but there were months, you know, it wasn't a bad month. And then scrolling through my Facebook feed, and Bobby had posted on his timeline that he had a cancellation. And if anybody can make it the next day, it was their spot. Now I'm up here in New Hampshire. I'm in Rochester, New Hampshire. I gotta go to Cambridge, you know, Mass Ave, Boston. Couple hour trip, but it's the next day. Ooh, I couldn't have DM'd that man fast enough. I mean, I can make it. Give me a chance. Sure as shit. He's like, yo, you can make it. Come through. This is the time. And then he gave me the address, and he helped me where to park. And we went. Me and my fiance made a whole day of it. We spent the whole day down there, had a good time. And when I walked into that studio, and especially Bobby's studio with all the lights, there's just lights everywhere, and the iconic red couch. And I mean, at this point, I'm a huge fan. I'm fanned out. You know what I mean? Like, I've been watching him for a long time now. And I get to sit down on the couch, and I didn't come prepared. I had a night's notice, so I just let it out as I am. Just like I was talking to my boy. And I just kind of broke down a summary of my life. And it ended up being a great podcast. And I ended up having a great time. At the end of it, Bobby asked me, like, what were my plans? Because I really didn't have any plans. And I never forget looking up at those lights and looking up at the setup and be like, this is my plan. This is what I'm doing right now. And from that day on, as soon as I went home, I'm right back on it. Now I'm not just watching them for entertainment. I'm watching them to study the art, because this is a whole art. This is not easy, and it's dedication, and it takes a lot of time. And to be able to interact with different sorts of people makes it very, very intriguing. So I just rewatched everything on the way he set it up. Or Matt, I just watched these guys that I idolized and that I watched for entertainment. Now I'm watching them to take notes. And that's how that started. And God bless these men. They're willing to help. If I have any questions, I can reach out to them. And I know they're going to give me the best advice. What more could you ask for? That shit don't happen up here. Nobody wants to help each other up here. That's why there's nothing happening. Anyways, so shortly after that, boom, I get a message from B. Luke. I got an opportunity at a movie audition in Boston. A what? I get an opportunity for a movie? Like, this happened so fast. So here he is opening doors for me, right? Of course, I'll be there. Let me know what time. And this is what's crazy. I didn't know what I was thinking. I didn't know what to expect, right? So we go to Boston. We pull up in the movie, and I'm just chilling in the parking lot. I'm smoking. I'm fucking hyped up. I don't know what was wrong with me. I didn't think there was going to be anybody else there. Thought it was like a one-on-one movie audition. Fucking stupid, right? I don't know what I was thinking. And, we walk there, hit the studio up, and as soon as we walk in out back, and I'm filling out my little paperwork, and I look up, oh my God, the fucking famous motherfuckers in here. First person I saw, Mort Beasley. Oh man, I had to stand up out my chair. I about fucking fainted. I've been listening to Mort Beasley for a minute. Here he is. He's auditioning for this movie too. You know what I mean? Ronnie Blue Eyes there. We got just a whole bunch of people that I know that I consider just crazy. It was a crazy experience. So in the meanwhile, I'm just fanned out again. I'm dabbing people up, and like, it's crazy to be able to dab these people up and chat it up. They call my name. Boop, yo, it's your turn. I'm like, fuck. I didn't even do any fucking studying on the script. This whole time I spent just dabbing people up, like getting it networking. So I'm pretty sure I botched the movie audition. Little stage fright, unprepared, fanned out. But this is the type of opportunity that I never thought I would ever have, mind you. And now I have it. So Bobby made that possible for me. And then after that, when I realized that I fucked up that movie audition, it locked me in. Like, we can't be doing that no more. Like, these opportunities do not just come. So lock it in. Right from there, I went to straight promotion for all these people. I got to, like I said, shake hands with Mort Beasley. I'm promoting everything for free, just to be proud to be a part of acknowledging these amazing individuals, right? They put so much hard work in, and they're really making success out of it. So I spent all summer just pretty much just promoting for all these people, making my own little stuff, testing out my little podcasts on the phone like this. Nothing really took off. Getting good views on Facebook, Instagram, all that, but YouTube couldn't get it to take off. Fast forward to just last week, I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna try to do a funny skit, like maybe something funny. And we started with the Chronicles of Matthew, and the first 2 episodes got 1,000 views overnight, literally overnight on YouTube, and hundreds of views on every other platform. And I'm like, whoa, I found it. Finally, I have found maybe a niche, maybe something I'm good at. I'm good at being goofy. I like to make people laugh. I could do that, and that's gonna separate me a little bit more from everybody else. So I loved that, and I still love it. This is the fucked up thing about the algorithm and this stuff, because I don't know what I did wrong, or if it had something to do with me doing something wrong, or what. After those first 2 episodes, 1,000 views each, I decided to put some actual effort into the next skit I did. Again, Chronicles of Matthew. And dressed myself all up. I had props, everything. Real good editing. And to me, by far, it's the best out of the 3 skits that I've done. This is the best. You go to YouTube, my first 2 got 1,000 views. This one's been there for 3 days. It's only got 27 views, bro. So that's just how it goes, I guess. I don't know if I missed the algorithm or if it's just fucking, I don't know. But this is all stuff I'm still learning. Well, this is my journey and how it happened and how I became infatuated with making it happen. Because this isn't for the fame. This isn't for the money. I've made $0 off of anything I've done. The only thing that's happened that could be profitable is I have an awesome platform and I have awesome new friends. And my friends are all on the same page. The group of people I talk to, we're all dedicated to the same thing. It's growth. And we're doing that through media, technology, creating content, creating music, all the above, sending it out to the world so everybody can see and relate. This is what goes on in New England. And it's some badass stuff, man. And I'm very proud to be a part of it. And I didn't know what to talk about today, to be honest with you guys. I just wanted to make sure that I did something. So this is a quick little, 20-minute journey on how it escalated for me and how I have, famous friends now. And all it takes is a step out of your comfort zone. Anyway, 603 to Lynn, Mike Anderson. Love you guys. Be good.